Division 1, Heroes Lounge GG continues. We are on the live server and we have Division 1 on our hands. Project Kramer against Skogsapor 2.0. So guys, we have again some of the teams in Division 1 of Heroes Lounge, the top division within the league. And Skogsapor, of course, wants to establish themselves a little bit all the way up at the top there. Project Kramer had some pretty solid ambitions there as well, but is going up against a tough team today. Evan on Liming for the blue team. We got Baby, Houdini on Blaze, Vaiksu on Hanzo, Snaky Boots on Anduin, and Vetterzi on Johanna. Whereas over to the right side of the map, Berghold on Tyrael, Skok on Chen, Maka on Suljin, Bivel on Ophia, and Gia is playing Ana. So yeah, pretty sexy setup here, especially since we once again have Suljin. Maka apparently wants to give the max. And this should be a fun one. Oh my god, triple connect already. And Gia is down. Goodbye, baby. Insta-kill against the red team. Baby Houdini, no fucks given. Gets saved by Anduin. Barely pulled out of the fight. And then Jet Propulsion's back in the hopes to connect another stun. Barely any hit points left for him. But yeah, didn't even die here. So a pretty spicy start into this game. This is of course a best of 3 series played in Heroes Lounge, and as I said multiple times already in the past, if you are interested to play Heroes of the Storm outside of the shit show that is Storm League in a more competitive setup where people are actually trying to win the game and have an interest at improving, learning talent builds and how to rotate, Heroes Lounge is what you should check out. It's an amateur scene that is open to anybody. You can play either as an individual or as a team, totally fine, and it doesn't matter which level of play you're at either, since we have multiple divisions and all of this is available for Europe and North America, of course. So heroeslounge.gg, check it out. We have a pretty cool Discord community too that you can join if you want to. Another kill coming in as we're just speaking about it. Project Kramer here on the improving side. Yeah, there's the counter kill against Hanzo though. That axe connected and split his skull, so Suljin gets the counter kill after we've seen initially Orphea die in this fight. And that is a pretty hefty setup already that we have. I mean, we're only 1.5 minutes into the game, and both of these teams are already starting to crush it here. Now, the item was actually stolen away by Project Kramer. They still hold on to one turret. One got dropped in that last battle. But we're not even in the first objective yet, and it's already looking good. Of course, with Suljin in play, the question is always how long does the game last? Can you really stack his level 1 properly? Do you get a bit more? On level 1, we got the Recklessness set up. There's no Headhunter or anything here. Headhunter also a talent that you see when you're playing ARAMs, since that is a lot more kill heavy. More reliability if you're playing in an actual setup against a team that is coordinated, since there's always a chance that the support in particular is never really gonna get killed. If you're playing against an Ana, even against an Anduin player that knows what he's doing, it will be tough to take them down. So no Headhunter in this case. We got the Armani Hide on level 4, Term Freight for Li Ming after initially going for the Force Armor. Bit of a late pick here for them too, but they got it now. And here comes the first objective. So we've seen at least the healing beacon taken by the red team, and of course there's a couple of really big names here too. And again, I said this in the past, but I guess I have to highlight it again. If some of you guys are wondering why we have now players on this team that usually don't play together, or why they are playing on Skogsapor where usually they have different teams, then it's pretty easy. Most teams that have like a main team that they're using for big tournaments that run prize money within Europe, then sometimes still want to play in a bit more of an easy, fun environment. And Division 1 doesn't require that you play with the same team. So you can actually just form a different team here and then play in the amateur scene. And that's exactly what's happening here. And some of these top players are all of a sudden waking up here. So Suljin in particular is starting to get kills in, drops Li Ming and Johanna. Hanzo barely escapes this, but the timing couldn't be more perfect, obviously. Buvel currently sitting on the money pick here in the middle. Yeah, she's gonna try and wait with that healing beacon for as long as possible, maybe even save it for the next objective here. But we got more stacks coming, so Suljin is not only relying on his baseline, but has now the Arcanite axis also locked in, which means that eventually we're gonna see him with a pretty heavy damage output towards the late game stages. At least if we're seeing more brawls where he can stack the baseline a little bit more. So that's gonna be pretty important as well. Now down to the bottom of the map, we got Scott and Baby Houdini already both locked into that 1 versus 1 setup as they are trying to get the level 7 talents for the teams. That gives us the Calamity for Li Ming, Project Kramer's side. We got the Grill and Kill, Mr. Barbecue over here. And And already the lockdown on Suljin as they go for Muck, and that's a kill. Nice. Project Kramer not intimidated in the slightest here. Coming out swinging once more. And yeah, doing a really, really good job. So that was actually pretty sexy here. That kill could... I mean, I don't really think that it's going to help them get the Protector right away, because the death timer is obviously not big enough yet. But that's a good setup to take a position on the objective and also get the item locked in. They are still forcing Johanna off though, as Skogsapor is starting to hope in aggressively in an attempt to get those last 20 percentage points so that they can get objective number 1. And well, off we go. What else can they actually do here? Maybe a little bit more damage at this point. Skog, careful, my buddy. And yes, Macke gets already pushed back here as we're talking about it. But they're looking for a little bit more damage now with the first 2 turrets deployed, but also the healing beacon is on the ground. Still no level 10s inside, of course. This is not going to be a case for the first objective here, or at least unlikely. They're still fighting over this heavily, and it allows Suljin to get more shots connected, and he's sitting at 11 stacks now. Another 4, and he's going to have the first quest reward, which will be the range increase for him. Quest completed on Jojo. 5 minutes 30 in. She pays with a life for that. I'm calling worth. And also Chen gets eliminated. Chen down 2, so it's a 4 versus 4. They're trading kills, and they complete the quest. Nice for Jojo. Completing Subdue here on the punishment setup after 5.5 minutes. Not too bad. That's going to be a huge amount of CC in the later stages. At this point though, we have Blaze going down, and that's a bit more of a problem. 9.5 on the experience bar for the red team, which means that they might even have a chance to get the 10. But they lose Bivel, and they might lose Gia. Gia goes down too. There's the resets, baby. And yep, Li Ming getting the easy kills in as they are trying to go for backhold at the bottom of the map. Li Ming trying to chase him down here. Not quite sure if she's going to be successful with this. And oh, a little bit too deep. No. And yeah, Jojo's there too. Chen comes in, helps out, and saves the day. But yeah, this was pretty much where we saw the double kill come through. Look at Li Ming, check her out. She comes in with the quick kills here. Hanzo comes through with 1, and then Li Ming is able to get a quick calamity set up, which allows them to go for kill number 2. That puts them a little bit ahead. In experience, they're still trailing a little bit behind, but it's not really too big of a deal. 18 stacks by now for Suljin, so that's a little bit worrisome. Arrow connecting with Chen. He is in trouble, but he still gets the time to get his ult through. We also have Ana with the sniper mode, going straight for the Eye of Horus here. Anduin is down. 1 support dead, and oh my god, the red team getting heavily aggressive now, pushing through the middle a little bit further. 99% for the blue team. They saved Jojo with 50%. Burko was trying to take him down, but with Li Ming now also eliminated, it seems less and less likely that Project Kramer is going to be able to get the first objective, and the Protector gets eventually claimed here by Skogsapor. So, nicely done. 7 kills to 6. Pretty kill-heavy game. This early in the game, we usually don't see this many kills here. Suljin is on 23 stacks, by the way. This is starting to become worrisome for the late stage of the game, because Suljin might just be able to do way too much here. That last fight lasted much longer than you usually see fights over the objective last on this map, at least over objective number 1. And if Suljin is able to get his baseline quest completed, that means of course that he has the double swing on the Arcanite axis, so it's going to be much easier to stack the level 7 talent. And of course you don't stop at the 30 stacks, you can just infinitely get your damage out on the auto attacks. And I'm a little bit worried about the late game, especially the tanks are not going to have a lot of fun with this. Now Jojo, with a blind, can play around it to an extent, but now the red team of course is hoping to take the fountain down. So that's the next one, what they're currently trying to do. Already making the move up there at the top. Ana, on the other hand, gets wrecked here, so they were able to catch her. By the way, this time we don't have the Falling Sword, which has become a little bit more popular against Ana teams. So talking about more popular, Suljin in this case wasn't able to get his own ult out because he got interrupted, so that's another kill against him. That's one way to shut the stacking process down, so yeah, nicely played. Blaze has also started to take the wall down in the middle of the map, but still has to catch the experience at the bottom, which he is shortly going to do here. But yeah, good job so far, so nicely done. I mean, right now, what else we're going to have on the item side? We have another healing beacon taken top. They go for the fountain. So it's actually kind of the opposite of what normally happens. Usually when you get a protector, you're able to take the fountain down on objective lane number 2. In this case, it's exactly the opposite. The red team wasn't able to drop the fountain, but now thanks to those kills, we have Project Kramer coming through and taking a better position all the way up the top side. There's still a good chance that Skogsapor is able to claim the farm before the objective spawns, but now they're more interested in defending their mid lane, and for good reason. Suljin is of course back to business and is working on these auto attacks, and he is already doing solid work here. I mean, honestly, these attacks are hurting already, and we're only 10 minutes into the game. Now we have him on 13 with the ensnare, so even more CC for him. Pretty good setup too, but yeah, stuff is still okay, but I think really eventually it's gonna get out of control a little bit if they can't control Suljin. He's at 31,000 damage already, which puts him more or less on par with Hanzo and Liming here. Tyrael actually down at the bottom of the map as he goes for the explosion here. Evan is trying to get a bit more with Liming. I don't really think that they can go for Chen yet. I mean, he's pretty much not impressed at this point. yeah, really not impressed. Even jumping in for just a second. Maybe a little bit too deep. I mean, that was a Sudoku movement I've ever seen one. Suicide successful. That panda, for some reason, hated his life. I don't really know why. But, yeah, that was a bit of a YOLO move. That was way too hard. I don't know if he was trying to bait them to overstay. I mean, the bait was more or less successful, I suppose. The rotation came in, but he didn't really catch them here. So, I'm not quite sure what he was thinking, but it leads to an easy kill against Chen. And now they also force Suljin to drop his ult. So this isn't really looking too great right now. Definitely some mistakes are made. Project Kramer is heavily ahead on kills with 10-7. But the Suljin aspect is something that we have to keep in mind here. And he's getting a few more attacks in, doesn't he? Yeah, more stacks here. Gets another couple together. And eventually he is going to be a beast. It's always these late game heroes that are a bit of a concern. I mean, there's CC on the other side. You have a jet propulsion, you have a Hanzo arrow, you have also the shield and blind of Johanna. So it's not like they don't have any tools. So even when Suljin gets a bit out of hand, they can try and control him here. But it's always a bit of a concern. I mean, back in the day, it was the same thing with other heroes as well. You remember the times of Nazebo when you were simply aiming for a violent infection and how he could change a game quite quickly. And of course, in this case, it's a bit of a similar setup right now. But either way, at this point, we have 16 talents ready for Project Kramer, but Skogsapor is going to have their 16 in the game in a few more seconds too. So it's not like we're talking about a huge advantage around objective number 2 at this point. And let's have a look at the top 4, if that one's going to get taken down. Wrong place, wrong time is in. Redrick Forging is also ready. And off we go. They're going for the fort. 16 versus 16, but Suljin isn't here yet, and neither is Chen, so they get the fort for free. Yeah, perfect use of that time window that they have. Well played. Blue team, that was actually really well done. They do perfectly well that not everybody was top. They also knew that they had a talent advantage when they initially made the approach. And they just said, guys, let's just take it. But here's now a fight in a bit of a corridor. Then again, Jojo's coming in from the side. Could go for the Blessed Shield. Throws it out. And they're trying to go for the kill here immediately. Good ult from Anduin. Saving them a lot of pain here. But Suljin is done with the quest. So he has the double swing. And Anduin is feeling the axes immediately. He gets dropped here. He wanted axe. He got axe. And so did Blaze. So 2 are down. And Suljin is just trolling away as Chen locks in another kill with the help of Ana. Hanzo is dead. And things are spiraling out of control here quickly as we have 4 kills for Skogsapor. Guys, that one hurt. Anu was the first one to fall, and then as you can see here, Suljin comes in with another quick kill, and they are not stopping there. Nope. Hanzo is also eliminated, and that allows them to not only go for the objective, but also try to steal the item at the bottom of the map away. Suljin is now 47,000. Still roughly the same damage output that Liming has here. But of course, his late game scalability is just way, way higher than this. So if you just look at the stacks that he has, he's sitting at 34, which means that he has now a double spin on the axis. So his level 7 talent is going to be much easier to stack. And he's already sitting at 34 extra damage on the auto attacks too. So this is going to be rough. 10 kills to 11. I mean, it looked really good for the blue team up to this point, but that last fight was a disaster. They still seem to be thinking that they have a shot at getting the objective. I don't really think so. No, they don't have the time. There's just no way. Blaze is down at the bottom of the map. Need to make sure that they don't expose their backline too much now, because Blaze is just trying to help out down here, which makes a whole lot of sense. Catch up in experience a little bit, prepare for objective number 3. Question still remains what Skogsapor is going to try with the protector. How nice! Actually pulling him out of the pilot as he was trying to channel. But it seems like the red team is hoping to grab the top keep already. That's a little bit of a ballsy and optimistic move. We have our 1 versus 1 down here. That also means that Chen and Blaze won't be able to join the fight. Suljin is of course still in the protector, and therefore he can't add additional stacks to it. So that's another problem. But, yep. Let's go. Down here. They're getting the blessed shield in. The arrow connects. They want to go for the kill. And Buvel is about to go down. Oh my god. What a beautiful hit from Hanzo. What a beautiful hit here to seal the deal. It looked like Orthea was safe. And then he comes in from the side, angles the shot, and is able to lock in the kill. They might still lose a few though. Great ult from Anduin again. Is that going to be enough? Doesn't seem like it. Hanzo goes down. So does Anduin. Yeah, both of them dead here. No counter kills yet. I think Baby Houdini is also going to die, isn't he? Yeah, he's down too. Great job by Skogsapor. They're nearly level 20 with this now. But let's take another look at that Hanzo kill, because that was actually really well done. So they're coming through. This is the blessed shield being thrown out. The arrow follows, and then look how Hanzo positions himself to get that kill at the side. So Buvel nearly gets away here, and then Hanzo comes in from the side, connects the shot, and is able to seal the deal. So they dove in deep, and of course they paid a high price for it, but still a pretty solid kill from them. Now we have level 20 talents for Skogsapor, which means that, amongst other things, we have the Armani Resilience, and this talent is just nuts. So now, if you're in trouble, you can just sit there, trade damage with your opponent, and come out with full HP pretty much. Having a level 20 talent advantage at this point in the game is obviously a massive lead too, and Project Kramer is going to have they have a little bit of work to do until they're able to bring this back. They need their 20, and they need to get this before the next objective is going to become an issue. Which shouldn't really be a problem considering how far in they are already. 62,000 damage for Suljin now. And they get the kill against Berghult. Berghult is down. Nice. That's actually perfect timing. That couldn't be any better. Now they have a numeric advantage on the map that could be used to grab some of these items. And they're already making a move for the turret camp. First thing that they are rocking here. Moving over, trying to take this one out. That shouldn't be an issue for them either. And that gives us level 20 for them, of course, too. So now we're looking at Bullseye. We get the fortified bunker, and they can take down the fort at the bottom of the map, which puts them pretty much dead even with your opponent in regards to structures. So far, so good. But yeah, me likey. Nice play here. So we don't have the level 20s all locked in yet, but for the next objective, that should be a fairly even fight. I kind of like this game, honestly. Look at the kill count. 12 to 14. But of course, with nearly 40 stacks now on the baseline, Suljin is really doing work with the auto attacks now. And this game is by no means over. I mean, we haven't seen a single keep destroyed yet. So that means that even with the next objective, it's unlikely that the game is going to end unless someone is able to, I don't know, wipe or something. Another minute and 37 seconds on the healing beacon at the top. And the move now down to the bottom of the map, since the blue team has shown on top lane. The red team realized right away that they can move down to the bottom without any problems and take the fort down. So there's that. A little bit of a push towards the top keep side. I don't really think that's going to be a huge success. They need to be careful, because there is obviously going to be a response. So they're apparently trying to bait this fight over here. I mean, with success, I might add, because this fight is happening. Blaze should probably help out here, but you can tell how they're already a good move here from Anduin, saving Jojo. Question is, can Blaze save himself? Gets ensnared, needs to drop the bunker. Does he have the jet propulsion? Does. Rushes away, and they're retreating slowly but steadily, but they are losing a lot of HP in the process. And here comes the ult on Chen as he's starting to go straight for the backline, jumping in again. The Eye of Horrors is firing away time and time again in the attempt to even kill somebody. Good arrow, but it doesn't save Jojo. It's too late, and Johanna is down. them attacking the top keep wall, definitely not a big success for them. Anduin comes in, he gets murdered too. That's 2 down. Objective is up on the map, but they might not even have to go for it with the killing. Oh my fucking god, they're going for all of them. Li Ming is down and so is Blaze. They're really not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop as they are going for keep. 18 kills to 12, 30 in total now in this game. Can they go for core? Armani resilience is still there, and Make alone has such a damage output that whenever he pops the ult, he will be able to get a significant amount of damage onto the main structure. And they're going for it. And why wouldn't they? It's another 20 seconds until Jojo is back in game. So they're dropping this easy peasy. Yeah, blue team going that deep on the opponent's side of the map was definitely a bit of a mistake, and they get punished for it as Skogsapor locks in the 1-0 lead in this best of 3 series here at Division 1 of Heroes Lounge. GG. Game number 2, and these sneaky bastard actually changed sides, but I caught them. Skogsapor in blue on the left against Project Kramer on the right. Battlefield of Eternity is our second map in the best of 3 series. We got Skog on Stukov with Burger aka Backhold on Malthael, Maka on Garrosh this time. Switching roles here with Gian Sylvanas and Buvel on Greymane. And over on the right side of the map, Project Kramer with Erwin on Li Ming, Vetters on Muradin, Baby Houdini on Blaze, Vaiksu on Hanzo, and Snaky Boots on Rhaegar. A couple of pings coming in too. Gia apparently AFK. That's a report right there. Yeah, shame on you. Insta report. But they got the 1-0 lead. It actually turned a bit quickly in the last game. Project Kramer just overstayed on the top lane a little bit too long, and it really felt like they wanted that fight, but then they were trying to retreat from it anyways, and of course it didn't really work out. So we got the Colossal Totem as the level 1 talent, and at the same time our 1 versus 1 setup is already established at the top lane with Malthael going up against Blaze down here at the bottom of the map. Our poke as the 2 teams are still going into their 4 versus 4 setup. I mean, once the 1 minute mark kicks in, we're of course going to see that fight over the bot lane camp, and then the attempt of at least 1 hero rotating topside to claim the second one too. Could be a trade as well, of course. But, well, let's see a little bit how this one pans out. With Muradin on the side of the red team, there's now of course a lot of stun setups already that he could use. The problem is that Muradin is also the first one to fall here. He nearly got the counter kill against Garrosh, but Marco was able to survive and simply go up to the fountain. And now with 1 minute mark already reached, they can go for the camp here. Got the numeric advantage, no problem to move in. Muradin is going to be a while out. So, yeah, they know what's happening, but the lurking arm is already there. And there's just no way for you to really fight about this. If your opponent doesn't make any big mistakes and you get a lucky punch in, then this is going to be an easy camp to grab. And that's one of the reasons why the top camp is now going to become quite appealing to both teams now. Last one to stand. But they're trying to actually push through this now. So at this point, we got 1 kill against 0, and the blue team already with a better start than they had the last time. It's thanks to Sylvanas in their mix. They can, of course, also empower this push a little bit more and try to take some of these structures down. And that's some solid damage that they put in here. I don't think they will be able to take this wall down or anything, but dropping this to 50% HP and getting some damage on the gate itself is definitely worth it. Malthael is sneaking slowly topside to try and take this. Blaze is now pushing the lane out. I'm actually interested if Baby Houdini is just simply letting this one slide. There's just no way. Really? Yeah? Camp gets taken, he's too late, so there's a camp taken pretty easily. Level 4 talents are therefore in quicker for Skogsapor as well. Right now we have them with 2 camps to 0, and they also have the Shaman camp under attack, which is the same thing that happens on the red team side. Indomitable is up on... this is actually an interesting one as well. With Indomitable now being up, this is obviously against all the CC that's ready on the other side, a pretty solid talent to get away from these situations. Now on immortal damage we have Malthael, Greymane, and Sylvanas dodging out on the jet propulsion and still helping the team to take the wall down. That's actually fantastic for them. Muradin has to jump away here since they were caught, but that's actually a bit of a weird setup now for Project Kramer. They are in a position where they are losing a lot of HP down at the bottom of the map, and they're kind of forced into an awkward setup where they were initially hoping to fight for the Immortal, but then because of the bot lane push, they had to all of a sudden respond to that. There was Marcus sitting at the side and just protecting the flank, and that didn't really do anything for them. So this is a bit of a weird setup. And the blue team is also now working on the Immortal much quicker. This, on the other hand, could be a problem. Gia barely jumping out here, but he survives, and that's the important part. And Greymane is still working on the Immortal, but now the entire red team is focusing on the objective, and they are able to at least win the halftime show. They have roughly 600 hit points here, so it's a really small advantage, but it's there. Oh, Meritin also getting a bit beat up, but they're still trying to go for the defense. Marcus attempting to zone them out. At the same time, Malthel is doing some work. Good Storm Bolt on Sylph, and that's a kill. Stukov, by the way. Stukov down. And can they get a counter set up? Maybe against Li Ming. She's out of mana, more or less. But Berghult? No way, he's dead, yeah. He's down too. Berghult down. They still are getting the objective, though. Congratulations. The team in red, they just locked in the kills, but they lose the objective. So that's the trade-off that they went for here. Worth it? I don't know. And again, it looks like they're going to kill Maka now too. So that's a staggered death, and that's going to hurt. Yeah, 5 HP. No, okay, if he would have gotten away there with 6 hit points, that would have been insane. But he dies, and even though the death timers are low, he won't be here to help with the Immortal push. So that's another problem. So off we go. At this point, we have them with level 7 talents ready, but Gia... Yeah, he gets away, but this is really close. The red team is getting super aggressive here. At the bottom of the map, they're struggling a little bit with Baby Houdini. Yes, and he gets killed. Berghult comes in and allows for the kill on the offlaner. So at least they're keeping it real when it comes to kill trades. But the wall has been broken through. The Immortal did some damage to the fort. You can't really expect more than that without heroes committing to the push as well. And here we go. There's another quick pressure play coming in. And they're trying, of course, to get a bit more work done out of this one. Yeah, so far so good over here. Let's see if they can do a little bit more, maybe against Stukov, who might have put himself into an awkward spot. But talking about awkward spots, Murder is experiencing that firsthand. He already had the Dwarf Toss activated and therefore was on cooldown. Couldn't really escape from this anymore. And while they're fighting at the bottom of the map, guess what? There's a second lane on the map, and that one is heavily attacked by Greymane and Sylvanas. So we're looking at a fort that they're taking for free. And guys, they're pretty much rocking the bot lane too. I mean, they're dominating this one as well. I highly doubt that they can get both forts, but just getting the damage in here is already worth it. So Skogsapor with much aggression in this game now. Top side for now sitting tight, but yeah, the bottom one. It really feels like Project Kramer is just like reacting. They're just sitting there and they're getting really attacked on all fronts, and they're having a tough time to decide who to send where to defend and set this up, and they're really much on the, more or less on the back foot right now. Trying to do what they can to not lose too much, but this setup with the Sylvanas and Greymane is just so powerful in taking structures down. Sylvanas disabling, Greymane for all the damage. But I guess they are settling for Gia as a consolation prize, so get at least one kill. And Gia goes down. Yeah, no chance from surviving here. So yeah, that was a quick and easy one. Right in this one. So as the next objective comes up, guys, again, also quick info if you guys want to support the channel and all the work in esports here, keeping the hero scene a little bit alive, and the coverage, of course. Since HGC went down a while ago and we're still trying to get more competition also up in Europe, you can still support the channel here and the work that I do on patreon.com/Khaldor. Always appreciate it. And a big shout out to all of the Patreons that already support the channel here. You might see some of those videos occasionally where we have the Patreon games over here. But yeah, big shout out to all of them. Thank you very much, and it is very much so appreciated. Good kill here from Malthel as he comes in with the last rights. That's also the first stack for him as the next objective is up. Blaze is still stuck at the bottom of the map dealing with the camps. Ancestral Healing comes in as now both teams have their ult ready. Skogsapor was a little bit quicker, but now Project Kramer has it too. Hanzo has not made a choice yet. He has still a little bit of time to ponder the decisions since he died just a second ago. Very likely going to see the arrow here. I would be surprised to see the meme strike committed to. But in this case, we have Sylvanas doing her thing on the side lane again. I mean, Gia is just using Sylvanas, ideally with Greymane as support, to wreck structures. And the rest of the team, as a result, has a lot of space on the map to go for objectives, to push on the other side of the map. And you can really tell that Project Kramer has a lot of problems reacting to this. They are just not rocking a setup that is able to deal with all of this appropriately. And now on the objective, as they are focusing on it with the 5-man pretty much, they should win this one too. So the blue team in an incredible dominant position here. They're really calling the shots on the map the entire time. They send Sylvanas to push a lane, to use her arrows to just disable structures. Kramer comes in together with it, does a bit of damage. The rest of the team focuses on camps or objectives or pushes another lane. But in those 5 versus 5 fights, that's really where Project Kramer could shine. But they lose Li Ming immediately. So these are the big moments where they can maybe make something happen. But now with Li Ming being down, there's also, of course, the damage being eliminated. Only Hanzo still up to put some damage on the board. Whereas the blue team is now pushing in with the Immortal and with Sylvanas. So that makes this push even more dangerous. If Kramer can get on the keep, it's likely going to be toast. Thankfully for the red team, they have Li Ming back in just another second. But that wall is already about to be obliterated. So they're going in heavy-handed here, trying to take this one down. Only one stack missing also for the front line to get the quest completed. So Garrosh is just simply one stun away from getting that set up. And here's the push. And that keep is not looking too healthy anymore. 50% already eliminated, and even before the 10-minute mark, this is not boding well for the main structure here. So, yeah, keep is down. They get a pre-10-minute keep. Then again, that was a bit of a YOLO move, but it's Muradin that falls. What the hell? Greymane at least dies as they're going way deep in this one. The arrow connects, beautiful arrow. And that's an insta-kill on Sylvanas. Nice. Yeah, they're trying, of course, for more at the bottom of the map here. Backhold is going to be dropped. But once again, beautiful setup, especially against Greymane. I mean, initially, as you can see, this was when Greymane went down, and then Hanzo's arrow. The jet propulsion doesn't connect, the arrow does, and that's of course the perfect setup for a kill. So they set this up without any problem. 7 kills to 6. So it's not like the red team doesn't have any chances, they're still ahead in kills. The problem is really that on the structural side, they're not getting anything done. Even this could be stolen away from them. But yeah, no, not really. It's too many of them, and Make is likely going to fall now. As long as they can save Muradin and not lose one as a result, they're going to be fine here. He needs to be a bit careful. Ooh, Bivel! Yeah, that's the second kill. Oh, what the fuck? Chia! Chia with a big boy play. What the hell just happened? Check this shit out. Oh my god, Sylvanas comes in and just pops all of them like pimples, gets the final kill in, and then dies herself. What a play! Chia comes in and just crushes. Yeah, that was insane. That was absolutely insane. Comes out of nowhere and just murders them. Respect. I didn't see that one coming. 10 kills to 10, level 14 on both sides. What's the damage output at right now for Sylvanas? 30,000 for her. Top damage goes to Hanzo with a 35k. But yeah, that was an incredible fight here. That was absolutely incredible. So right now, let me see, what do we have at the top? This is not 5 versus... Oh, we've seen this before. The flank comes in. I think it got a little bit too optimistic after the last battle. Yeah, is saved by Make here, but that could have backfired. He gets a little bit too cocky apparently here. Good lockdown against Erwin. Li Ming is down. That was a really nice lockdown. They're going for Malthael though, and Backhold falls. But the brawl isn't over yet. No! There might still be some victims over here as they are making the play. Nearly level 16 for Skogsapor though, and that's a huge problem now that we are having Immortals back up on the map. Yeah, with the bot lane pushing with 3 catapults, the objective up, and level 16 close for the blue team is a very, very dicey spot for the red team to be in. I mean, how do you play around this? You have a tough time going up against an opponent that has a talent advantage in the first place, and then you also have to guard your bot lane. So there's the taunt. Oh my god, is that a kill? Muradin barely makes it out, but those 16 talents, they're there. They have them. 16 talents are ready. That gives us, by the way, the Earth Shaker right now for him. A lot of good poking, but the halftime show has already been claimed. And things are really starting to heat up a little bit and accelerate here. And there's the get the kill against Gia. They nearly do, but they're not able to lock it in. Backhold also was a bit low, and Malthael has his cooldown back up, by the way, so they could go for a last right finish at any point here. They're trying to defend, and it's the best thing that they can honestly do. Nice and dominable from Mark. Oh my god, turns it around. Beautiful flip here against Blaze. Going for the bunker, and baby Houdini gets saved, and Market dies. Oh, that just feels bad. Such a good play initially by Garrosh, and then it turns against him as Rhaegar comes through. And Limbing with another kill. What on earth? Look at this comeback. Project Kramer here doing work. The problem is that they're also up against the top lane that gets pushed out now. At the bottom of the map, the catapults are coming in. They're trying to go for the objective, but what else can they do? I mean, they have... Oh my god, Sylvanas again going in. They're trying with the last rites. They don't quite take Muradin down with the ult, but they are able to drop him shortly after. Such a nice comeback attempt initially, and now they're just paying the price for venturing out this far to get all that damage connected. I mean, they do what they can, but of course, if you're this far behind on structures, then it's always tricky to make any of these plays. Top fort or top keep is still suffering. Yeah, this is the lock-in on the objective. But at least Sylvanas is down. So we got kills on both sides. I mean, 13 kills to 14. Top side, of course, is where the Immortal is going to travel. And if not for the death of Sylvanas, this would have been a move for core, but I don't know if they can now. I mean, two of those heroes are already fairly low, and they don't have Sylvanas with them. The keep is going to fall 100%, but can they really drop the core here? That's a big question. And I'm not really sure. I don't really think so. So it will be a bit tricky. Unless, of course, someone makes a play and allows them to get a kill against someone like Li Ming. If they can delete some of the damage dealers here, then they have a chance. Ah, but Macke doesn't connect the first stun. Jet Propulsion doesn't connect either. Nice arrow. Beautiful arrow, actually. Good taunt. Macke gets attacked. Is able to stay alive for a bit longer. The keep, as expected, is down already. And the Immortal is going to make it for the core, but it's not strong enough yet. And Malthael is down. Without any big structures left, the red team is now looking to defend their core. But they took at least Malthael down, so that's already a big step. But they need to take structures apart. A problem that they have is they didn't even take forts down yet. And that's a big issue simply because if you have still... I mean, right now, what does that mean? If you at least take the opponent's fort down, it means you have a catapult on every third wave. On every third minion wave, there's a catapult. But they have none. So they're dealing now with... Oh my god, Buvel. Hello, aggression. Thy name is Buvel. Jumps over the wall for the kill, doesn't get it. Stormbolt connects, and goodbye. Yep, suicide attempt successful. Gets Sudoku'd right here. And again, they always have Gia. He wants to go for another one. The Ancestral even baited out. Gia is on crack or something. I mean, this guy is just hopping around like a bunny on speed, trying to get kill after kill. And he is honestly getting some insane damage in. Can't quite match up to Hanzo on the damage output, but he is a solid second place. Yeah, not too bad. But as I was about to say, now there's a catapult in every single lane for the blue team, and there's just no counterweight to it. Not even on these third waves that I've been talking about. That's another kill now, and that doesn't bode well for them either. That's 15 kills to 16, so they're still a bit behind in kills, but the Immortal has already done a bit of damage to the core initially. It's mind-blowing to me that we have, on experience, nearly an even playing field here. Yeah, look at the XP difference. The minion XP here is really making the case for Project Kramer. We had Skogsapor just like chasing as a 5-man so much and really focusing on the team fights that they missed out on a lot of the lane experience. But they make more than up for it, of course, in mercenaries and also in the passive experience that they get through all these structure kills they got. So, a lot of fun here. 15,000 for Blaze alone in terms of XP. He was the one to put most of it into action. Half a level missing until 20, and the objective is up in another 2 seconds. But they are already establishing a pretty aggressive presence here. Yeah, the flip is there. Might have to bunker it up. Gets locked down, and there's the last rites, and it gets cancelled by the bunker. Alright. Double camp at the bottom of the map. Catapults and a double camp coming in now. Yeah, they have to deal with it. Which means they have to give up the halftime show, which means that they have to delay the fight, which could translate into the level 20 advantage that I've been talking about a bit already. Alright, arrow connects again. Good arrows from Hanzo in this game. But the bot lane is still a problem, and they've been ignoring it. They are saying, guys, we need to fight. We need to fight before they have 20. It's a Hail Mary attempt to try and win a battle here before level 20 becomes a problem. And they are willing to sacrifice some of the hit points on the core for it. And the shields are going to get attacked in just a moment. We already have Catapult zoning in, some in the middle here. Fight, on the other hand, is happening. 1 kill. That could be the second. If they get that against Maka, it might just allow them to get back into the game. 74% on the core. Another kill. This time Hanzo goes down, but the core is under attack still. There's 2 catapults on it. Down to 60. Greymane is killed too. They're doing what they can to somehow stay in this game. It's nearly an impossible task, but they're doing what's possible. 4 against 3 now. And at this point, with Sylvanas jumping through, it seems like this is going to be the end of it. GG, as Skogsapor takes a 2-0 victory in Division 1 against Project Kramer and establish themselves now in the top 5 of the league.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.